Put your hands together for the incredible Kirsten Kuppenbender!
Just get rid of it, you know what I mean? Thank you for that wonderful and fantastic welcome to me. My name is Kirsten Kuppenbender. For those of you who just heard this for the first time, I want to let it just settle into you. It's a lot of sounds. It's kind of a mouthful. So a lot of times when I meet people for the first time, I'll say, yeah, my name's Kirsten, but you can just call me Kupp if you want. And I'm going to say more times than I'm comfortable with. When I say that, sometimes a person will say back to me, did you just say poop? You want me to call you poop? I don't. Yeah. Sometimes I let it go, though. I mean, if you think I changed my name to Fecal Matter, just make it easy for you, we can do that together. That's not my name. Did you guys notice that it's fall? Sweater weather! No more shorts and knees. It's my favorite season. I'm so crazy about it. I love it. It just is so beautiful in this town. The rain comes in and just washes my neighbors right off the street. Just get rid of it. Just go back inside. Stop talking to me. Take your children and those rollerblades. Jesus. You know what I mean? Good people. I don't understand. What's the thing with lemonade? Why is that the beverage? Children like shout at you when they demand money on the corner. I don't understand. It's a year-round fruit. It's not a summer fruit. Anyway. Been thinking about this. No, I do. I love the fall for that reason and for the fact that it's just in this town, it just is so crummy outside and everyone just goes in the basement and just, comes back out with art and drug diseases and drug addiction, rather. It's a disease. Thank you. Heavy shit. So here to talk real with you guys. That's not my real voice. Is it? I don't know. No, it's cool. Oh, I was just thinking about the fall and how it gets so gray that like literally anything, like someone asked me this fall already, it's only been like 4 days, someone was like, did you guys paint your house? And we didn't because first of all, we're renters, we don't do anything to the house. But secondly, it's just the darkest, dreariest town, so literally anything in front of the sky looks like it's fresh and new and bright. Didn't even hose it down. I don't like one thing about the fall, now that we're talking. I just want to tell you. I was just thinking about this. I work from home, right? But sometimes when I'm coming home from work, it makes sense. It travels with me. But sometimes when I'm coming up my little walkway there, I'm greeted by these lazy, horrible plants. They're called sun fucking flowers. Have you seen these lazy they're great all summer long. They're like, and then it's just like the second that summer is over, they're like, oh, it's over. We're gonna die. Summer's over, Kupp, we're all dying. You're gonna die, and it's just like, nah, I don't need that. I don't need that when I'm walking up the walkway, I don't need a plant to remind me of my mortality. I have a calendar for that. I know every day that passes. So I punched out a sunflower one time. It was not recent. It was in the past. It was just, plant had it coming. I was walking up my stairs, and it was like, oh, Trump's gonna run in 2020, and I was like, no! I'm not proud of that moment. Apparently the neighbors find it appalling when you punch out your own sunflowers. Fine. It's actually really, really satisfying, though. I'm going to tell you, in this dark, quiet room, is actually when you punch a tall, stocky plant, it kind of goes, It just breaks at the end. It can't take it, so it's just so powerful. Revenge. I did have like a scar for 2 years. Just those seeds really get you back. Yeah. So I quit drinking. So what I'm trying to say is I quit drinking. Not gonna do that this year. You guys, my gay girlfriend, number one, yes. She wants to marry me. Thank you. That's the response I should have. I mean, it's like I do it. But if I was gonna marry anyone in the whole world, this is the person. This is absolutely the one and only in the whole world. But yeah, normally when she's like, let's not really want to get married or we should have a wedding, I'm always like, okay. And it's not because I don't want to, I just kind of don't believe in it. I'm sorry. Don't tell her. I'm from the 80s, you know? Like, I come from a divorced family. Anybody else have a marrying mom? Just like, yeah. My mom's been married 5 times. Up top. She's still alive. She could literally go out and get married right now. Just like, keep the count going. You never know what might strike her fancy. I like to tease her, but she has, she's just into that. She's looking for love, you know? I'll give her a little break. She married my dad, and he was number 2, I should say. But that produced 2 children, and I'm one of them, so good on that. And then the guy she married right after that was Mr. Johnson. The reason for their entire nuptial is because she did not want to be a Kuppenbender anymore. So she met this nice man, and she's like, sorry, Johnson? Great, let's do this. And they were together for approximately 1 month, and then she was like, cool, see you later, keep the name. So she was Johnson for like 100 years. And then she's been looking, and she's on number 5. And I think he might be a keeper. And I'm going to tell you, what happened is this. Maybe like a couple months ago, I lost my cell phone. It was a horrible day. I wanted some sympathy. Thank you. Just any kind of like, oh no. I am okay. Thank you for asking. It was hard. I lost my phone, and everything fell apart in a matter of moments. I didn't know who I was. I didn't have any friends. I couldn't answer simple questions. Like immediately. And I called my mom. I was just like, everything's falling apart. I'm using quarters. I'm in a small glass box. What's happening? My mom was like, honey, come on over here. Joe just got a new phone. You can have his phone. And I was like, I like that guy. Okay. And I went over there, and my mom handed me a phone, and I said, I love you so much. It's so nice to see you later. And I left, and I went to Verizon, and I was like, help my life. And they did, and they put me back in touch with all the humans. And I went home, and I was on the bus, and I was just like hundreds of messages. I'm very popular. I mean, let's say like no, there were a few. But there were some like at the bottom where I was like, oh, weird, my mom texted me. My mom has never texted me in my entire life. And so I was like, I thought she was gonna be like, honey, welcome to your new phone or whatever. But I pop it open and it says, never in my wildest thought would I imagine that we would make love the way we did this afternoon. So much passion, so much power, unknown, now known. I was like, oh, they had sex. Wait, did they have sex? What? Poetry. So I was, obviously, I almost vomited. And then I was like, that was from my mom. My mom was sexting outward, you know? Oh my God. And then by the end of the bus ride, I was like, oh, my mom is 67 years old and she's making love in the afternoon. Woo. This one's a keeper. This one's a keeper, Mom. She always says, you know, honey, when you get older, you just know. You just know how to meet a man on the internet. She's doing it. Oh, man. Yeah, so my girl, she wants to get married. I'm sorry, it was a long way back to that story. And I mean, the chances are. But we recently, the last time we had the conversation, we were driving to the beach, and something happened while we were on the beach that makes me think she might not ever ask me to marry her again. We went to the beach, just like cute little lesbians. We brought a bag of anything in case of the apocalypse, and then sandwiches, and our dog. And then we went out and we were just like, let's go. And it was this beautiful, it's called Agate Beach. Anyone been there? You know the one? No agates, that's fine. It's mostly sand. It's like a big sandy expanse. And so we head out and we're just walking, and where we'd parked, it was just like half mile to the shore. And so we were walking in, and it's beautiful. And it was like one of those hot sunny days that don't occur on the coast. People were in the water. It was amazing. And we're like, this is great. And we get all the way out there, and I was like, let's get away from these families. Ugh. It's just so funny because she wants kids too. And I'm always like, family. We're gonna sort it out, don't worry. But we go way over this way, and we're just a perfect spot, barely any humans, and we're putting out the blanket, and she's like, hey, do you want one of those salmon? And I was like, I've got to take a shit right now. Oh my! And she was like, oh, like right now, and I was like, it doesn't matter. Now. You know when it's like. And I was like, I don't know. She's like, did you drink a coffee? I was like, it doesn't matter. I don't know. And it's crying, And she was like, Jesus Christ. Okay, well, can you? And we're just trying to problem solve, And she's like, want to go in the water? And I was like, hey. She actually didn't. She suggested that I go somewhere nearby and then go in the water to clean off. And I was like, that's a good idea. But if I went in the water, like wherever I go, it's coming out. I'm sorry. This is really personal. You're just going to get to know me really well. Okay. So what happened is this, y'all. I'm trying to figure it out. She's like, go ask some people. I was like, you don't ask people. I was like, also, I can't make any decisions on my own. It's that. I'm just like that. And I'm like, think for me. And we're just like, we had just walked like 5 miles to this perfect spot, and like, it's forever. And so I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go back to the car. I don't know. And she's like, I'm sorry, babe. And I was like, okay, I love you. I love you, babe. And I'm just like, because if you lift at all, it's like, So I'm just like hobbling away from all the things I love, and she like comes running up and she's like, here, take this. And it's a plastic bag. And I was like, okay. Forever, goodbye. And so I go and I hobble all the way to the back of the beach, which is just like, it's just like a cliff wall. It's just like, there's nowhere to go, but I was at least away from everybody, and I was far enough where I was like, okay, it's just me and this like blue heron, and true story. So I did it. I was like, whoop, and I made a poop, and came out of my butt. Came out so fast, so clean. And I did it, and I was like, okay, I'm alive. And then I'm just holding this plastic bag, and I was like, okay, I'll pick it up. And I picked it up. I don't know why. Because I had it. I was like, we have a dog. I don't know what happened, but I was just like, okay. And then I was like, well, now what, you fucking idiot? What are you thinking? Like, it could have just, if I just taken 4 seconds, I could have been like, oh, I can just dig a hole and no one will ever know and I'll still have a relationship. And like, no, I just tied it in plastic, which doesn't do anything but just hold your poo forever in life. And I was like, God damn it. And so I went, and I just was like, okay, well, I guess I have to, pack it out, pack it in, whatever. I was like, I'm just gonna and I went to pick it up, you guys, and it was so heavy. It was so, what? Why is this so? I was just like, oh. That was the point where I was like, I can't. And then I didn't know what to do. And you can't leave plastic, even if it's surrounded in organic matter. So I tried to pick it up, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna bring it to our blanket. And I'm just like, I'm gonna walk by people and be like, no, it's mine. Don't worry. Just being a responsible person. And I got like 5 steps. I was like, I can't do it. And then I remembered all these like beautiful beach homes up on the vista. And I was like, I'm gonna throw it at the rich. only the rich. But I will tell you, like your own poo in a bag. I wasn't familiar with the aerodynamics. So it just went, what? And it went, whoo, and then it got caught on a sunflower. So don't ever go to the beach. Thank you very, very much. It's been my pleasure.